right after I forgave him, like, I was like a whole new person. I was allowed to be my own man. Like, I was allowed to be my own, like, dad to, like, my children. Like, I wasn't being the same dad my dad was to my children. Like, I was being my own, and I was making my own decisions based on what I felt was right or how I wanted my kids to be raised, not how I was raised.
Hi, you guys. Welcome
What's
back
up?
to our channel.
We back in this.
Today, we are going to do a special request by our friend Andrew English. Shout out to you. The last video that we did that led into us doing this was Joyner Lucas, I'm Sorry. That was such a powerful video. Thank you, Yesenia, for requesting us to do that. I had never heard that. Andrew, we know what you're going through, and thank you for communicating with us and telling us about your daughter. You guys lift him up in prayer. We've been riding with him, and he's an awesome man. You're not alone. We love you so much and wanted to do this for you, and whatever you're going through, you're going to make it through. So, Simple Plan Perfect is what he wanted us to listen to today. Have you heard that at all?
I don't know. Judging is by 2009, so the year was 2009. I don't know. I used to listen to the radio a lot, so if it was on the radio, considering it has 110 million views,
we probably have heard it, but don't remember by the name.
And like, I'm more of a rap person. Like, I love like good music. Period. Like older like rock and stuff. Like, I don't mind listening to. It's just not in my normal playlist. But you know, I'm all for it. Let's see what's up.
Let's get right into it. I'm excited to hear it. And I don't just like rap. I like everything. I love hearing anything. So don't feel like you can't request country or we'll do anything. I love good music.
If I worded that wrong, I just personally listen to rap. It's just the easiest.
No, you worded it right. I just didn't want people to think they got to request.
I do listen. You know, I don't mind listening to other stuff. You know.
Let's get into it.
All right, bet. Oh, they're on a roof party.
I want to go there. I gotta take my dreads out for this one. No.
Hey, Dad, look at me. Think back and talk to me. Did I grow up according to plan?
Ooh.
And do you think I'm wasting my time doing things I want to do? But it hurts when you disapprove all along. And now I try hard to make it. I just want to make you proud. I'm never gonna be good enough for you. Can't pretend that I'm alright. And you can't change me, 'cause we lost it all. Nothing lasts forever. Sorry, I can't be perfect. Now it's just too late, and we can't go back. I'm sorry, I can't be perfect.
I love their energy. Yes.
I try not to think about the pain I feel inside. Did you know you used to be my hero?
Aww.
All the days you spent with me now seem so far away, and it feels like you don't care anymore. And now I try hard to make it. I just wanna make you proud.
So I love the like super old, like how do you call it?
It's
Like
just like the videography, like the editing.
yeah, like this old school editing. This is way before Final Cut Pro or Adobe, any of those programs. No, I'm kidding. But I love what he's saying. This is so sad because a lot of guys struggle with this. Girls, I'm sure girls go through this too. But as far as men not feeling, or younger guys not feeling like they made their dad proud, that's probably heavier, huh? Or I don't know. Maybe I
mean, to me, like, I don't know. I don't know my biological father. Never met the dude. Never, I have no idea who he is. And
so you could be him.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding.
And my, like I had a stepdad. Well, I mean, I have a stepdad, but that comes with its own issues. But so like I understand. I know where he's coming from. Like I dealt with this, with my stepdad. Like, I mean, he's been there, since I was real young though. So he's basically like I just call him dad still. But like I don't know. I feel like I was always a good kid. Like my mind and my mouth is what got me in trouble. But like I was good. Like I was a good kid, like good teenager. But like we've always had our complications, and basically like I mean I feel it like like I felt at one point, like no matter how hard I tried, like it still wasn't ever good enough, like I still could never make him like proud of me or happy, and I mean it got really, really bad at one point, but like, so I can completely, relate to this. This is a huge issue. I'm just gonna say it. Like, come on guys, like if you got kids, like men, y'all need to be in their life. I don't care what the situation is, y'all need to fight for it.
Yeah.
Period. Like, it is so important to be a man and to be in your child's life. Like,
yeah, it is.
And actively in it. Not, like the absentee or whatever fathers. Like, you need to be actively in it, like, especially for men, like, because if you don't teach them, then they're going to learn from this like the newer like rap, or like they're gonna learn from what's on TV, and all those never portray men, like they're always like some joke. Like most of the TV shows about dads, or any fathers in the TV shows, like most of them are all jokes, like, and same thing, like, if you do like go from like music, most of them are just like, I'm not gonna say like bad people, but like most of them are just so worldly, like,
yeah, bad influences.
Yeah, think of like women as nothing but, playthings, and like it's just bad. Like, we need real men, so real men step up. What's up? Like let's get it. We 2019, 2020, and every year on, like let's get it. Like I just took a whole Maximize Manhood class. Super dope. Y'all should check it out. It's by well, there's like a bunch of books, but the art what is it? Dang, I can't even think.
Well, while you're thinking,
author of the books is Ed Lewis Cole. If y'all want to look into it, Maximize Manhood, and then it's gonna change your life. It changed my life.
And from a girl's perspective, if you guys have younger teenage daughters, when I was younger, my mom would tell me, girl, you just go to school, you don't even have problems, you don't even know what problems are. But teenagers now, because we always say in our videos we work with the youth, I always tell them, your problem is a problem. It doesn't matter the level of what your parents or your teachers or people around you feel like that problem is, or if you're just trying to get attention. The teenage year is when you're trying to figure out who you are as a person. Being an adult, I still feel like teenage years were my hardest years. So give your kids some mercy and try to meet them where they are, versus trying to, I don't know, make them into an adult like that. Yeah. I don't know.
Also, I just want to add, like, with all this being about like him being perfect, I truly completely dislike the word perfect. Like, it is, because basically, like, okay, so if you were perfect, what would you do? What would be the next level to perfect? Like, there isn't nothing else. Like, you would have achieved everything and have no purpose in anything. Like, you couldn't grow any more past perfect. You know, so I never strive, you know, for perfection. I always strive to be better than I am, you know. And also, like, even in music, you know, like, somebody or Mike taught me, like, when you double up songs, you know, and, like, I don't know, I produce a little bit, you know, so, like, when you're doing songs, the imperfections in each track is what makes the song perfect, you know, like, the flaws is what gives it that distinction, you know, between the vocals, and which makes them sound better. If they all were just perfect vocals, you know, you wouldn't get that heartfelt, that soulful sound, you know. And yeah, so perfect, scratch that. Like, you know, let's just be better, better than we are today.
Amen.
You know?
I like that.
I'm never gonna be good enough for you. I can't stand another fight. And nothing's alright, 'cause we lost it all. And nothing lasts forever. Sorry, I can't be
These edits, I'm like,
perfect.
I know, you just like
Now it's just too late, and we can't go back. I'm sorry, I can't
I love the harmony.
be perfect. Nothing's gonna change the things that you said, and nothing's gonna make this right again. Please don't turn your back. I can't believe it's hard just to talk to you, but you don't understand.
oh, I love the rain. Yes.
'Cause we lost it all, and nothing lasts forever. I'm sorry, I can't
sing it, baby. What's up?
I'm trying to catch my harmony.
Now it's just too late, and we can't go back. I'm sorry, I can't be perfect. 'Cause we lost it all, and nothing lasts forever. I'm sorry, I can't be perfect. Now it's just too late, and we can't go back. I'm sorry, I can't be perfect.
All right. Okay, I want to apologize because, okay, I'm like, this the truth, all right? This just straight up the truth. I don't got nothing else to say. Y'all, like, the way, I don't even know how to word this. It's so crazy to me. Y'all, like, forgiveness is key. Like, I understand, like, parents always, like, okay, what I realized so far in my life is my parents have their own issues, their own problems, and most of them are coming from, like, not being able to forgive. Like, whatever happened in their life, they cannot forgive, like, the person that done it, or, you know, usually their parents. And it just comes down to, like, what is it, generational curses?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just comes down to generational curses. So, like, you know, you have to break the chain. You have to break that curse. And it all starts with forgiveness. And for teenagers, I know it's super hard to understand, but it, like, now that I'm older, I can look back and reflect on it. And to me, it was just like, I tried to understand my parents. You know, I tried to understand how they grew up, how they were raised, how their parents parented, you know, them, and why they are the way that they are, you know. And a lot of times parents won't, you know, tell you all of that. But now that I'm older, I've come to, you know, find out a lot of stuff. So I have personally forgave, like, both my parents or any parental, person that I've had in my life, because if I would have just held on to that, it would have, like how that girl was. She was running away, like I don't even know how to say it. I don't even know how to say it. Like, I just feel it. Like, forgiveness, forgive, and that is the biggest thing.
Yeah. He says too in our other videos to also forgive yourself. Yeah. Just as you forgive them, because that's so true what he said about your parents hardly tell you what they have been through. So sometimes you're dealing with a parent that is just a hurting soul, and sometimes you're like he said, trying to figure them out. But teens, if you're watching this, and adults, if you're still being affected by your childhood, don't let who affected them affect you. Don't allow that generational curse to affect your children, because when you carry a hurt, you hurt others. So it's a saying, hurt people hurt others, and bless people bless others. So when you release that, you'll be able to save somebody else's life. But as long as you're holding on to the pain that you are causing to yourself by not forgiving yourself for what your parents have done to you, you just won't be free until you decide to let it go.
And then I don't know if you've ever, I've heard so many stories where people, okay, so your parents did something to your parents, and then your parents ended up doing the same thing to you, and the next thing you know, you're doing the exact same thing to your kids. It's just it's just a pattern, and I know it's hard to break free from, and I understand. Yeah. But the key to it is forgiveness. Just forgive them. And I mean, I wrote a long letter. It was 5 pages to my dad about, forgiving him, and just how I'm sorry for my wrongs in, me being a teenager. And how I felt where I may have been wrong. I actually never even gave it to him. But just me writing it down was enough for me to actually be able to forgive him and move on from how, from the generational curses, and from so because I used to be kind of like him. I would always seclude myself and distance myself from the kids and stuff. And they were really young then, but but then once I found Christ and started actually learning about manhood and all this other stuff, and taking these maximized manhood classes, reading the books on it and all that stuff, it just my mind just shifted that quick. Right after I forgave him, I was a whole new person. I was allowed to be my own man. I was allowed to be my own dad to my children. I wasn't being the same dad my dad was to my children. I was being my own, and I was making my own decisions based on what I felt was right, or how I wanted my kids to be raised, not how I was raised. It's just forgiveness. And I know it's so hard. It was so hard for me to overcome the fact that I felt abandoned by my biological father, and then my stepfather, and all the issues I had with him. It just was so much. But once I forgave him, and I forgave him, and I took the initiative to understand how he was raised and where he was from, and all that stuff, and it just helped me be able to grow, so I don't know. And now, if he ever, because there was a point where we weren't even talking. We didn't talk for 2.5 years, and now we don't talk every day or nothing, but I always just text him, encouraging him and showing nothing but love. I don't care what I get in return. Yeah. All I show is love, and I can do that because I have truly forgiven him for everything, and I have truly forgiven both of my parents for everything, period. And it's just forgiveness is key to life. I'm telling you,
yeah, it is.
And This is just so much. This is too deep. I don't even know how to express to you. Like, my heart is just pounding, and I just want to tell you all so much, but I don't even know how to express it into words. Basically.
Yeah.
2 seconds. All right, we back at this. But I don't know. You know, y'all, if y'all need, you know, whatever. I may be able to help with advice. I don't know, you know, but
yeah.
Leave a comment. You know, I'll respond.
Yeah, usually I respond, and I'll be telling him, "Babe, respond to the people that are talking to you."
And I'm so bad. I'm so bad with responding because I just feel like when I respond in the text, it's just not like lively or like full of emotion, you know, and I don't want to seem like
he's being short, or
I'm being short or like a smart aleck or whatever, like, you know, and that's like when I'm typing sometimes, like I'll type full paragraphs and be like, wait, like this isn't okay to text, like, because I don't know how to express it in a text, I guess, like, because you guys can't see my face, you know, you can't see the passion behind what I'm saying, and it might come across completely wrong, and I don't want that, you know. So, you know, if I don't respond, I'm sorry.
He'll
working
respond.
on it. I'm working on it.
I got your back,
or
people.
I will tell Ashley like what I need to say, and she will translate for me.
But yeah, let them know. And like I said, this is definitely a topic for not only men, but in our situation, more for him than for me, because my relationship started more so with my dad when he was in prison, and then we got a great relationship because we were able to
in jail.
Same thing, but well, at least to me. But so I never felt like I had to. I don't know. I just never really come from this place. So thank you guys for watching this. We love you so much. And Andrew, we love you, and you are not alone. And
also, you don't have to be perfect. Nobody is perfect.
Yeah,
ever.
don't forget.
You know, like, just know that, like, except for Jesus. Nobody
don't take your life.
Was perfect.
We love you.
Yeah, we love you.
You
know?
are special, and we're praying for you and your family and your daughter.
This, and the people that don't
Everybody.
watch this. Yeah.
We love you guys. God bless you, and have an amazing day.
Peace.